I can't believe I just did that. Girl. Alright, love. So I feel like we're taking it back to basically like old school YouTube days, but that's okay. My hair is actually air dried. I took out my braids and I shampooed it and conditioned it in the shower, and now it's virtually dry, and I literally haven't touched it in hours. I've been outside like the whole 9. So this is what my hair would dry like totally naturally. When I say there's nothing on it, there's not even leave-in conditioner, there's no oil. I rinsed the conditioner out. This is just my hair. Now there's like a couple of things that are going on with it. We got married at the beginning of this year, and my birthday is also at the beginning of this year. And so basically and Princhelle ended up coming back into town in like the first quarter of this year. So I will say within like a 4-month period, I got my hair straightened about 5 times. Like it was about 5 times that I got my hair straightened for different occasions or reasons. And so I ended up with pieces that are kind of like this or like this, where there's some heat damage, and because of the heat damage, my hair just doesn't sit or feel the same way. Like, I don't like this. This is actually better than what it was, but still, like, once you manipulate it just the slightest bit, it looks like I've been electrocuted in a sense. And I don't like the way it ends up forming with any manipulation. Like, it should not be this straight. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to repair that. And I'm going to repair it by cutting it. It's only in the front of my hair. Nowhere else kind of like, you know, I guess went wrong from that. But the front of my hair definitely took a little bit more of a beating. So what I'm basically going to do is cut it. Yeah, the back of my hair even feels softer without anything on it. Like the back of my hair still feels soft, it feels fluffy, it's all full and bouncy, and then the front of my hair is just like, girl. Alright, so Best with the Brush by Felicia Leatherwood. I'm just gonna take this front section of hair and I'm actually going to comb out the ends a little bit, and look at that. You can even see the density difference in the ends. And so that's what I'm gonna get rid of. I know it's gonna be shorter, however, I'm sure that it will grow back for one. Look at that. I know you see it going from like thick to almost like just, it's damaged hair. It gets really, really thin at the ends, and it doesn't matter where I stop the brush. You can still see the difference in the thinness. So I'm just gonna take it off. I'm not even going for like something that's super even. I'm really just looking to remove the damage. Now I have these shears, and I'm honestly just gonna cut. Wow. So that's a lot of hair. That is a lot of hair. That's probably like 3.5 inches of hair. Look, I can't believe I just did that. Girl, what the fuck? But however, it feels lighter, it feels better. My goals were really to grow out my hair, to have like this really long hair, but I messed it up. And so it's like I almost have to take a step back in my journey, and this hair is really short now. So I don't know how this is gonna look, honestly, once it's styled, which is scary to me, but whatever, it is what it is. But I have to take a step back in my journey because I ruined it for myself with all of the heat. There's not really much that I could do. I could hold on to all of these like really straggly ends, but they're not going to serve me any purpose, and they're honestly not going to aid in the health of my hair or speed up the growth. What's going to end up happening is the ends are going to continue to split, and then I will end up having to cut off even more. So it's like, let's just get rid of it now, especially that it's summertime, it's hot. If it goes like horribly wrong and it's just like horribly short and I just don't feel comfortable wearing my afro out at all, then what I'll do is I'll put some more braids in it for another 3 to 5 months, and then in 3 to 5 months I should at least have an additional 2 inches, give or take, so it'll be fine. We're optimistic. Okay, I'm gonna split this section into 2 because that section was really large and this is like bangs. Even me pulling it, it's barely to my lip. So when this shrinks up, it's gonna shrink up to like right here. That might be cute or it might look crazy as hell. Why do I do this to myself? Next set of hair. Y'all see it? You see, I know you see that. Like, it's like thick, thin. Let's see if I cut this anywhere near even. Whoop. I definitely cut that side shorter. Okay, last section. I think this is gonna be my last section. It should honestly even be actually easier to comb through my hair, and it's not. This section honestly doesn't even look as bad. Look, you see how it's thick almost all the way to the end. So I'm literally just going to grab just a little bit off of this because this actually looks okay. See, this looks okay. It's like, this to me is like regular trimming where it just looks like a little dusty on the ends, a little fried, but it's not bad. But those other pieces, it was almost to the point where the hair was see-through. So again, I'm not gonna touch the back at all. So the back of my hair is gonna be really long and the front of my hair is going to be fairly short. I don't think that it's that uneven in the front, so I might leave it alone because I'm gonna end up going even shorter. So what I'm thinking is that I'll wet my hair again and then I can see, this looks so bad, I can see how it's going to revert. So this is about how much hair I'm losing. It's a nice chunk of hair, but it's not too bad. I think because most of it was already kind of like thin and fragile and brittle anyways, it was already on its last leg, so it didn't really, you know, it doesn't look like it's a whole lot of hair. It's like a handful. I wet it again. Now granted, it's not like soaking wet, like shower, wash wet, but there are still some very visible, super stringy pieces like this. I know y'all see this. Look at this. And you see how limp it is? And it's like that because, first of all, this is damn near straight. And like this piece, you see how it's just kind of like, and I can barely touch it, and look at that. Natural hair, especially not my hair. You know, some people, they have like this very, it's not as tightly coiled or curled as my hair is. But in my situation, as kinky and as curly as my hair is, this should not be a thing for me. This should not be a thing for me. So I'm honestly gonna cut this. I'm gonna do like almost like manipulate a couple of more pieces of my hair, and as long as they don't fall limp like this, I'll leave them alone because it's not soaking wet. I get that. But if they fall limp like this or like this, then they're just going to have to come off because there's no return from this. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut that off. And that's actually a lot of hair. This is like, I'm trying to start it from the beginning to the end without disturbing it. That's like 6 inches of hair right there. Gone. Gone, honey, gone. But that's okay, because it's kind of like, it'll be disguised in between the rest of the hair, so it's not like you'll be able to tell. Anyways, okay, that piece that I just cut, that's maybe like 4. This piece is kind of the piece that's really bothering me, because it's directly in the front, and I don't want my front piece to be to my eyebrows. So I might leave that alone for now and just focus on like rolling that piece or something like that. I think I have, oh, nope. Nope, you see it. And to be honest, y'all, it really is just hair. It's not like, you know, I'll die or it won't grow back. I don't have any hair conditions that should prevent my hair from not growing back. I think it's always best to get rid of the things that aren't healthy for you. Baby, you got to go. So right now I am adding On Handmade hairdo. This is a salon size bottle. We typically get 1 bottle every year during the Black Friday sale. Because my hair has been in braids for about the past month and a half or so, I'm being generous on the leave-in, because this is really going to be primarily the only product that I'm going to use. The other product that I'll be using is a mousse. So I'm not going overboard, but I do wanna treat my hair well. For this perm rod set, I'm gonna use the She Is Bomb foam. This is a black owned brand also. So I definitely recommend the Dew foam. If you have that, I absolutely love that. It is stunning. Honestly, my hair is looking like it might actually be cute when I do my styling, but we're about to see. So I have my perm rods, I have my foam, and my brush. So I'm just gonna start from the back and try to make this perm rod set as quickly as possible. Starting off with the foam. This is about 8 pumps of foam, and I'm going to apply this to the entire section of hair. I have not done a perm rod set in ages, but I've been itching to do one, so I just figured if I'm gonna do it, I might as well share it. I will be using the orange rollers on the longest pieces of my hair, and I'm still doing the twist and roll method. So after detangling, take the perm rod. You really want to secure the ends around the roller. Roll it up about 1 or 2 times, and then you're going to twist and roll all the way to the top, and then of course secure the perm rod. If you find a section that like needs some more foam, especially on these ends, girl, anytime I take my hair like out of like a braided style, it always seems like it's like a little drier than normal. And honestly, like looking at this now, I probably should have trimmed my entire head. So I think that I just might do that on my next wash day. Okay, we're at the top now. So typically I break the top into 3s, or into 3rds rather, and do one side at a time. That was like 6 or 7 pumps. There's a couple of really long pieces that are hanging from this section. You see them now that I've combed it. section. Here we go. This is the section that, you know, I guess we cut the most, that we're worried about the most. So let's just see what happens. This is actually a lot of hair in this section. Remember how I didn't cut a lot or any of this? I'm actually gonna trim just a tinge because, yeah, it's not doing what it needs to do. It definitely shouldn't be this tangle, I will say that. I'm trying not to over obsess about it because I know that if I get to doing that, I might end up cutting off way more hair than what I need to. And I don't want to do that. I would much rather go through the process of trimming my hair gradually. And at least that way I can give it a chance to get used to being out, because honestly, it's been in a protective style most of this year, to be honest with you. If it hasn't been in like braids or something like that, then I've also done a lot of ponytails, like slick back ponytails. I've done a lot of puffs where I've worn it like that for days, weeks at a time. Another thing with perm rods in general is I think it's important to not roll really large pieces of hair. For one, it's going to take forever to dry, and typically the style won't last as long. It's almost like I cut myself bangs. This hair is short in comparison to the rest of my hair. It's like half of the length. So I'm gonna let this air dry. I might sit under the dryer for maybe like 45 minutes, and then we'll take it down and see the results. It's takedown time. I actually ended up sleeping with these overnight, which was so uncomfortable. I can't even believe that I was able to sleep because I haven't done this in a while. I really do hope it's dry. I did not spend not 1 second underneath the dryer, so.
It's been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to begin. How you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again? Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably can. Talking out your neck saying you're a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the gin. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? Showing up your ass cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. Nigga, you still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in.
Now for the takedown, I literally just pull it apart. I don't even use oil anymore. I don't really think it's a thing that's necessary because I find that it makes my hair frizzier. Like it just doesn't hold the curl as much. And this mousse, by the way, it's bomb. It's doing what it needs to do. So any pieces that I just feel are like really thick, I'm just breaking them apart. That's how I know which ones I've separated and which ones I haven't. So this is my favorite pick. It's from Cantu, and it almost looks like a detangling comb. So the teeth actually curve out then back in. I don't know, they kind of make like this swiveling action, and so this never gets caught or like snags my hair. I can already see how the back is longer. I got like this jerry curl cut going. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, but we won't know until we pick it. I'm not gonna lie, this is so painful right now. Like insanely painful. I'm not gonna lie, this is the vibe. I like it. I actually like it a lot. My only, I guess, like worry or concern is that as it gets older, or as the curls start to fall, am I going to have that jerry curl like shape because the back is like twice as long as the front? I don't know. We'll see, because right now you see how I have like these extra pieces that are really dangling in comparison to the rest of my fro, and it's because the front is so much shorter than the back. I might end up taking a little bit off of the back. All in all, this actual perm rod set and cut is definitely a vibe. My hair looks and feels super healthy. I mean, you see it. The only thing that's bothering me right now is that my scalp is very like tender and sore, and I am super tender headed, and it's likely just because of all of the manipulation, from the braids to taking down the braids to combing out my hair to styling my hair. All of that tends to be a lot. It tends to be very stressful on my hair. So this week I'm literally just going to bun it and let it do whatever it wants to do, just so that it can rest and relax and not be stretched and pulled and tugged on, because picking never hurt this back. And I'm gonna leave it alone. Let me know your thoughts on this cute little perm rod set and my trimming situation, and what you think is going to happen with the back of my hair.